Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. I hope you are well. Today is an update in my A to Z project pan. This is being hosted by the Pantastic ladies, and I will have their link down below. This is a year-long project, goes from January 1st to December 31st. And it's where we assign products to each letter of the alphabet. At last update, I had finished 8 out of the 26 letters. Since last update, which is about a month and a half, closer to 2 months, I have finished 4. I'm close to finishing a few, and I thought about putting it off until I finish them, and then I'm like, no, Lori, you just need to update. Do your update, and you can update next month those ones you finished. So we are here today with ones that I have finished, that I'm so close to having finished, and then ones I'm not close at all to being done. So let's go over the ones that I finished. For K, I brought in my Chlorine Sun Radiance hair oil. When I brought it in, it had leaked and the line has come off, but it was about half full, which surprised me. But I did finally finish this. I didn't use it for a couple of months, and once I rolled it in, it went fairly quickly. It does put a very fine mist on your hair, but as a hair oil, it didn't do anything for my hair. My hair is too dry for this. For sun radiance protection, I don't know. I don't go outside often enough to know whether or not it protected my hair from the UV rays. For the letter P, I brought in my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in Lavender. I finished this in the last month. At last update, I was right here. So I had just a little bit of a bottle left. When I brought this in, it was brand new. So it took me a little over 5 months to finish this. I really like this setting spray. I'm not too hip on the pump because I have such a hard time with hand control. That long hard pump is really difficult for me without my hand starting to shake and flipping this over to lock. So while I really like this, I don't like the function of the lid itself, the spray part. For me and my hands, it's too difficult. I have multiples of this Fix Plus left, and I will continue to use it and to enjoy using it. So letter P is done. I've only finished 3. Letter X, I brought in my Pure Dirty Girl Detoxifying Mud Mask. I finished this up right after my last update. I think I got 4 uses out of this. It was a nice mask. I use it in the shower, so I never experienced whether or not it dries down completely, since it is, very humid in the bathroom when you're taking a shower. But I liked it. I liked how my skin looked afterwards, and it wasn't overly drying. So I did like this about that mask. Did like that about this mask. And then the last one that I marked is done, but is not done. I think I misspoke last update and said that I had started this Pedi scrub when in fact it was the Wizard of Panning Pedi scrub. It's the same exact one, only one is for one project and one is for the other. So this is for the letter T. This is my Spongeables Pedi scrub with shea butter and tea tree oil. I just finished up my Wizard and Panning one. I really like these Pedi scrubs, they do last longer than 5 uses. So I have not broken this one out yet. So this is still not even a started product. So those 3 items being done leaves me with 15 letters left to go. We've already talked about letter T, so we don't need to go over that since that was my bad. But let's go over the other ones. I do have my notes going so I don't miss any. So if I'm looking over, that is why. The first one for letter A is my Nail Aid 1 Minute Artificial Nail. It's a nail strengthener, and this was brand new when I brought it in, and now it's about right there. So I haven't used it a whole lot, but I am using it. This is the first time you guys have seen it because every time I go to update I can't locate it. So, but I tell you that I am using it. So here's my evidence. I am using it. I just don't use it very often because I have another, oh look, I have a mark on this side showing where it was when I brought it in. That's funny. I'll move it to the other side. For letter C, B is done. So for letter C, I have my Mirabella Visionary Eyeshadow in the shade Charmed. I have this eyeshadow on today. Not that you can tell because it's covered up by a whole bunch of other stuff, but I do put this on my lid, but I also have started using it as my cream blush just to help me use this up, because even though I use this multiple times a week, I am not going to get it done by the end of the year, and it is drying up on me. So I thought I would start using it as a cream blush. I use it with a stippling brush since it is somewhat of a temperamental little gem. That is the shade. It is matte, but it has somewhat of a sheen to it once it dries down. So, oh, that's my cut, sorry. So it gives just kind of a healthy glow on your face. So I'm really liking it as a blush as well. I lost my book that had all of my measurements and whatnot, and I don't remember if I was just going off of showing you where I was or whether I was weighing it. So if I was weighing it, then I will put those weights up there. But if not, I will just show you where I'm at. I'm really happy with my progress in the last month. From going to not using it at all because I didn't know how to use it to finding a couple of ways to use it. Yeah, I'm really liking it a lot. Letter D is my Lara Geller Dew Dreamer Drops. This is in the shade Ballerina. This is a beautiful liquid highlight. It is a kind of a champagne pink, I would say. Now, here's the deal. Let's see if I can pick it up this time. This just started today. Oh, okay. I got a drop there. Today when I went to use it, I could not pick up product. It didn't suck any up. So I'm now to the point where I am going to have to figure out how to use it. I'll probably have to be pouring it out, which will use it up rather quickly. But that's what it looks like. I really love it. I do have it on my cheeks today. Of course, I have a powder highlight on top of it, but I do have it on my cheeks. When I think a line might have come off, this was pretty much new when I brought it in. I think there was a line here that has come off, but I was here when I brought it in. This was the first update. There's one in between, and then this is where I'm at now. I think it's more towards the bottom than the top. Yeah. But I am so close. I noticed the other day when I used it, it also put a piece of glitter on my face. So if I'm going to be getting chunks of glitter, I'm not sure I will go much further with it because I'm not wearing big chunks of glitter on my face, but I really do like it if it stays as an illuminator. Letter E, I have my Kate Somerville Exfoliate mask. I have been using this, but not as much because I've had other mud masks that I've been trying to use from other projects. So now that those are done, I will start getting more action on this. My goal is to finish it up, but it takes such a little amount of product. I'm not sure I'll be able to meet that goal. For letter F, I rolled in another item because why did I? Did I lose my F? Something happened to my letter F, and so I decided to replace it. And I brought in this Becca First Light face primer, brand new. I know this is just a deluxe size, but this was brand new when I brought it in, and I never measured it because I could not see through it. But today it spit when I was trying to get product out. So I really, it took me quite a while to finally see where it was with the flashlight, but I am about right there. So this, I just have a few uses left on that, and then my letter F will be done. Let's talk about H, which stands for highlighter. I have my Becca Champagne Pop. This had pan when I brought it in, but I have started expanding that pan some, and I have it mixed with another highlighter on my cheek, and then I have it in my inner corner of my eye. That's where I wear it a lot, is on my inner corner, but if I compare it with another highlighter, I will wear it as a highlighter. Otherwise, I don't. It's just too much on its own for me, but it's a beautiful shade. For letter I have my Itsy Bitzy MAC lip gloss, and I had brought in the wrong shade at the beginning, so once I figured that out, I rolled this in, and it was right here when I brought it in. It was right here at last update, and I forgot to mark this before I put it on my lips before starting to film, so I will let it settle again and I will remark it. I think I'm going to move it out of my project pan basket and put it either downstairs or in my room, and I think I should have this done by next month if I do that. For letter J, I have my JCat Beauty Holy Addiction eyeliner in Shimmering Bronze. I was measuring this in my book that I was keeping all my records, which I lost, so all I have is pictures to show you how much I have used this. I have used this in the past month and a half quite a bit. I really like it when I want a really light liner on my upper lid, just to give a little defining along the lash line without really putting down a color you can really see. So I have really enjoyed this, and I wear this in my waterline a lot. So I have used it. I didn't think I would be able to finish this year because I wasn't making a whole lot of progress, but once I started using it on my top lid, I've made a lot more progress, and I think I can finish this. Letter N is my Orly Nailtrition, and when I brought it in, it was right there. Last update, it was right there, and it's about right there still. So yeah, I'm not doing very well on my nail products. I can say that. All right, for letter O, I have my Super Shock eyeshadow by Colourpop in the shade OK. I can hold it up. I have it pressed down enough that it's not all crumbly right now. I'm sure it will turn crumbly again. but if you can see, I have a little bit of pan, and it's pretty low. It was shattered into pieces, and I have it pressed together. It's a beautiful shadow. I did get some Duraline to use with OK, so I can use it more, because right now this is not what I use this is not what I reach for when I'm looking for a super shock or something that gives me a whole lot of bam all at once, because this one does it. It's just not like it was when I first picked it up. But I have pan. I'm glad I pressed it down so I could see kind of where I was at, because I want to say at last update I was talking about decluttering it because I just was struggling to use it since it was in shattered pieces. But now that I've repressed it, although it's a little drier than the formula usually is, I at least can use it without little particles falling everywhere, and I'm not going to declutter it at this point. We'll see how the Duraline works with it, but if we go back to really dry and just shattered pieces again, I may consider decluttering it at that point. But for right now, we're good with it hanging out with us until either I finish it or it's no longer a viable product or this project ends. And I have my Oribe Gold Lust Dry Shampoo. I don't know where I'm at. It feels like I'm about right there, but it could be more. I mean, you can't really tell. I did weigh this. Let me pull up the weight because I don't remember. I don't know if I weighed this last month, but I did weigh it this month, and I am at 4.83 ounces. This bottle weighs 6 ounces when it is full, so I've whittled off a little over 1 ounce, which I think is pretty darn good. I don't know how much these bottles weigh once the item is completed, but I've got to be close. How close, I don't know, but for now, I'm getting there. For letter U, I lost my original product, so I rolled in my Ulta Beauty Joyful Jelly Lip Mask, and at last update, I had it worn down, straight down the middle, and I wasn't quite to the bottom, but I was close. I hit bottom soon after I filmed that. I started having difficulty getting product once I started to work my way to the side of the jar. So I did scoop it all together and put it onto the side, and now I have it. This is how much I have left. So I have used actually quite a bit of this lip mask since last update. I do like it. I find it hydrating. It has a nice peach scent, so I think I should be able to have this done in the next couple of months. For letter V, I have my Revlon's Vixen nail polish, and like I said, my nail polishes in my projects are suffering because I'm really concentrating on project polishes this year, and not intentionally, but I am. And so when I brought it in, it was at this top line right here, but now it is this line right below it. There's a little space, not a lot of space, but a little space, and I just wanted it to be noted that it has gone down, but not a lot. And letter Z. This is such a frustrating product. I love this product. This is my Chella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. I love this. eyebrow cream. I love it a lot. I have destroyed the brush up on this side, trying to get product out of. It looks okay. See how it's kind of, I don't know if you can see how it's kind of feathered a little bit. So I have gone to using my BH Cosmetics eyeliner brush, and it's starting to do the same thing, which is unfortunate. But because this is a little bit older, I do have to press a little harder to get product out, which is frustrating. And I either don't get any product out or I get too much product out. So it is at the frustrating stage. But what's frustrating the most is I use this in almost every single look I do. And we are still at 4 grams. Now I did weigh it in ounces today, and it's at 0.14 ounce. So maybe on the ounce part, I will notice some changes in the number, because I am so frustrated that we are in June and this has not moved 1 gram, not 1 gram, and I'm using it. So I love it. I do love it, but it's a bugger. So that is it for my A to Z Project Pan update. How many did I say I had left? 15? 16? Something around there. That's not bad. I have quite a few that I'm looking at that I know will be done, but I'm looking at others that I know won't be done. No matter how much pedal to the metal I put on them, they're not going to be done. But if they move from where they've been for months, that would be a start. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this update. Make sure you go watch the others, give them love and support, subscribe to their channel, and you can tell them I sent you. You guys, please take care. Be safe, be smart, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.